YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Friend Prince here today. You know what I'm gonna say. We got another bang-a-langer for y'all. Now, I just want to say, bro, I don't want to become the jump shot video every single other week. I don't want to become the build guy that the only way that you're coming to my channel is if I'm dropping new builds and you're not really interested in anything that I have going on if it's not a new build for you to see and use yourself. But every once in a while, I do make a new build, and I just feel like it would make sense to make the video because sometimes people see my clips when I post my shorts. They ask me what the build is or what the SIGs are or whatever it may be. So I just feel like it would just make sense to make this video. But I promise you, bro, I'm not going to become a jump shot every week. This is the greatest jump shot that you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, I just don't want to be that, bro. That kind of stereotype. Listen, no shame on it, and you know what I'm saying, more power to you if every week you have some new SIGs that you found out are the greatest SIGs in 2K25. But me personally, bro, I don't want to get stuck on that. Now, Derrick Rose is one of the most prominent players in my era, definitely growing up as a kid. Bro, the most that you heard about before his injury was Derrick Rose, LeBron James, D-Wade. Like, those were the players that I heard about growing up. And without a doubt, Derrick Rose would have been one of the greatest players to ever play the game, at least talked about in those kind of conversations if he never had that injury. But this build that I have today is one of the funnest builds that I've made all year. Even though I'm not the build creator guy, I don't have 15 max 99 builds. I don't really play on centers or forwards that much. I kind of stick with the guards just because I love to score. I love to facilitate and stuff like that. So this is another guard. If you saw the title, it is based on D Rose. I like to call him P Rose. You feel me? I just like to get out there and get active. But like I said, this build is super fun, bro. It has a super high dunking. If you don't know, this is actually the first 2K that I've ever played. So I have never meter dunked before. I've never had a dunking build. It's a lot of fun this year to be able to meter dunk, to be able to just yam it on people, bro. Sometimes I'm taking it up on 3 or 4 people. It's actually insane. Guys, do enjoy this video. Please make sure you drop a like, subscribe after you watch the video and enjoy it, and comment down below who is the greatest park player in 2K history. Obviously that's opinionated, but I just want to know, who do y'all think is the greatest park player to ever touch the sticks? That's enough yapping, bro. Let's get straight into this D Rose video. We're going to go through my jump shot, my SIGs, my dunk packages, and all that right now. Here it is, bro. If you want to see the build, I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm not going to hide each category behind a 20-minute long video that I'm going to force you to watch. If you just want to copy down the exact build that you see on the screen and just go play with it, that's fine. I'm going to put it right here, bro. But I am going to go through each category and break down and make the decision, like tell you why I made the decisions that I made. Now, like I said, here's the build. If you're impatient, take it and bounce. So let's start with the finishing. If you look, I have a 93 driving dunk and an 88 driving layup. A lot of people this year will tell you like, oh, 80 driving layup is cool, 75 driving layup is cool. Me personally, I love to attack the rim. I truly do believe like I am a great 3-level scorer, and part of 3-level scoring is not just scoring when it's a wide open lane, but being able to get into traffic and know which animations to use, how to activate them, this, that, and the third, to be able to score at that first level, which is laying up the ball or scoring around the rim. An 88 driving layup will give you gold float game as well as silver layup mixmaster, which I use my +2 on to upgrade to gold layup mixmaster. Like I said, I truly do believe that I am a great 3-level scorer, and I love scoring at all 3 levels, and laying up the ball, reverse layups, being able to hit spin layups and all that kind of stuff is super fun to me. So I personally use my +2 on that. You could use it on dimer, but we'll get more into that when we get into the playmaking section of the build. But like I said, 88 driving layup and a 93 because realistically, I don't, like I said, it's my first year meter dunking or dunking at all because this is my first 2K. But I do think that being able to dunk the ball consistently, you don't need a 99 driving layup. Consistently, you don't need to have a 99 driving dunk. A 93 driving dunk and using your +1 on posterizer is definitely the way to go for me, because once you get higher at like 94, 95, 96, you're using so many attribute points. It's the same reason that I don't really like putting my pass accuracy super high, because it gets so expensive and the rest of the build has to suffer so you can get 1 or 2 animations in a game. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but you can change this if you want. Derrick Rose was an absolutely amazing, crazy dunker, so I put it at 93. And I do feel like I do be getting some amazing crazy dunks. Now onto the mid-range category, I do have a 91 mid-range because Derrick Rose was a great mid-range shooter, and if you look, I do have an 83 3-ball. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to say 83 3-ball is not enough, this, that, and the third or whatever it may be, but I genuinely don't really 3-hunt on this build at all. It's supposed to be a Derrick Rose build, and Derrick Rose was not no 3-hunting Steph Curry archetype, you know what I mean? I did use 3 cap breakers to get it up to a 94, which pretty much puts all my shooting badges in either the gold or Hall of Fame category. Now of course you can go higher easier on the mid-range so you could get legend shifty shooter and whatever it may be, but I don't feel like it was worth it, especially because you want to be able to have this build be a great 3-level scoring threat like Derrick Rose was. And actually think about it, you get gold posterizer for a 93 driving dunk. Don't use my +1 on that. I use my +1 on shifty shooter to bring it from gold to Hall of Fame so I can hit all those moving middies and hop jumpers and all that kind of stuff. I have a 91 free throw because once you start laying up the ball, once you start slamming it down, you start hitting your mid-range shots, a lot of people start to step over. They can't really mind their business and they spam that square button, and when you start to get fouled, you want to be able to knock down your free throws. A lot of people tell me this year that free throws garbage, that there's no reason to put it on your build, that they can green with a 60 free throw. Bro, you're just better than me, you know? Onto the playmaking, I do have an 85 pass accuracy. I wish that I could put it a little higher so I could get a higher bailout, because Derrick Rose is known for going up around the rim and then passing it out to open teammates in a flashy, amazing type of style. But pass accuracy, like I said with driving dunk, is so expensive. It will absolutely destroy a build if you let it. So I do have an 85 pass accuracy. You can change this if you want, maybe put down the ball handle or whatever it may be, but I personally feel like 85 is a sweet spot to still be able to get your dimer and still have a bailout on bronze. I have a 90 ball handle, which I cap broke +5 for a 95 ball handle, and I use my last 2 cap breakers on 91 speed with ball. I think that being able to sauce up your opponent, score in the ISO, score off the dribble, and quickly make your decisions is super important, while of course being able to run the pick and roll is also nice. Getting the ball wherever you get it on the floor and being confident enough that you're quick enough to make a move, get to the rim quickly, activate that 93 driving dunk, or use that 94 midi and stop and pop is super important to me. I feel like legend lightning launch definitely helps me do that. You could get away with it with like an 86 speed with ball. I ran 86 speed with ball on my main build for a long time before I got my cap breakers, but now that I know what lightning launch can really do, I do think that a 91 speed with ball is the best option. And I cap broke my ball handle from 90 to 95 so I could get that Steve Francis. I'm not the type that loves to use everything meta in the game, but Steve Francis is just so good, bro. I can't deny it. Onto the defense, Derrick Rose was never a prominent crazy defender, so I kind of just tried to do my thing here and made sure that while I was able to get lane steals, people weren't just out there and going dropping 40 on me, because there's no point in dropping 40 and getting 40 dropped on yourself, or even getting outscored by the opponent guard, or needing your lock to be able to step up for you. I don't like having to do that, so I gave myself a little defense. My 74 perimeter gives me enough to get just a little bit of badges, and the 79 steal is enough that I can pluck balls coming out of the air coming right at me. Plus with the interior and block, guards are not just going to be taking it into the rim and just laying up on me easily every single time. Don't have any rebounding. I'm pretty sure it's obvious why. And then the physicals, I use the rest of my cap breakers to get my speed from an 86 to a 90, because Derrick Rose was as fast as a bullet, and the 82 agility is enough to get all of the shifty shooter and defensive badges that I wanted and still be able to be quick on defense. 73 strength for high and movable enforcer and strong handle, because these badges are super underrated and pop up a lot more than people think, especially when you have a lock that's pressing up against you, or you have a guard that's trying to push and bully his way to the rim. I did my 93 driving dunk with an 80 vertical just so I could get those contact dunks and I could catch lobs in the air and stuff like that. It's super fun, bro. This is the entire build right here. I truly recommend that you try it exactly how you see it on the screen. I'm averaging over 30 points in the rec with over like 5 assists or something like that. It is so much fun. Onto the jump shot. Every single time that I make a new build, I don't like to just copy and paste the jump shot from the last build and port it over. I like to get into the lab, find out new bases, find out new releases, and find out what I like. Did a lot of lab work on this build, and I found out that Tony Parker mixed with Devin Booker and Goran Dragic base is super, did I say that right? Is super smooth. It's kind of slow, so you do have to think about your shots and make sure that you're taking good shots. A lot of guards like to have a jumper that's lightning quick because they want to be able to take bad shots but green it. I personally like to be able to find my shots in open space on this build in particular, and if I can't find an open shot, then obviously that's when I start trying to resort to driving to the rim or whatever it may be. I have the jump shot on full release speed with 35-65 respectively on the 2 upper releases. Now of course I do use the Derrick Rose layup style. It has so many crazy animations that you can do not only in the air but with your scoop layups and your spin layups. It's a lot of fun. Mixed with the Dante DiVincenzo dribble pull-up, this is the greatest dribble pull-up, especially for left-handed shooters in the entirety of 2K25. I promise you, if you haven't tried it, please try it on whatever build. Even if you don't make this build, please try it out. I promise you, you will love it. Now I'm not going to go through every single sig that I have. I'm going to put them on the screen here slowly. It's going to scroll down so you can see every single one, and you can see if you like it yourself. If you don't, change up in between. I suggest that you go through these sigs and actually find out what you do and you don't like. I tell you guys this all the time. Don't just look at a video, look at the sigs and think, yeah, that's perfect, because a lot of the times you'll copy the sig for sig, and you won't even end up using it the way that the creator that you're watching uses it. Hell, even sometimes they don't use it the way that they say that they do. One sig in particular that I do want to give a lot of shout out to and just a spotlight to is the De'Aaron Fox step back. I cannot reiterate enough how horrible Zach LaVine is. If you use Zach LaVine right now, stop using Zach LaVine. And just like we did with the SIGs, we're going to go through the dunk creator. I'm going to show you which dunk packages I have and which ones I don't. One that I did try for a long time was the switcheroo, but it has so many bad animations. If you do use the switcheroo and you find yourself getting pulled out of your animations or blocked a lot, take it off and tell me if it worked or if it changed for you. Other than that, bro, I'm pretty sure that is the entire build top to bottom. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. I hope that you can take this build out and be just as, if not more successful than me, because a lot of you guys have been playing 2K a lot longer than me. And because this is my first dunking build, as with him being so short, it took me a while to get used to how to get around my defenders and be able to activate that dunk meter. One tip that I am going to give you is I love to go up down with the dunk meter. I know a lot of people go down up up up, but me personally, I think up down is the best combination to be able to activate your dunk meter consistently and time it perfectly. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 8,000 subscribers. We are moving, bro. We are moving and grooving. It is absolutely insane. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Deuce.